Hello and welcome to the 1875 Talk Show. My name is Luke. Before we get into the video, please like, share and subscribe. We're on 202 subs. Really want to push 210. I wanted to do a pre-match video before this, but unfortunately I have sick children, and it's been one of those weeks this week where I haven't had a chance to do anything. So I'm actually recording this at half-time. Okay, I've just watched the first half. What can I say? Two changes to the team that battled to a draw over Burnley. George Hall and Bacuna replaced Hannibal and Troy Deeney. Blackburn come into the game off the back of two wins against Sunderland and Borough, a loss against Wigan and another win against Rotherham. Blues come in on the back of an excellent draw against Burnley, two wins, Hull and Bristol, and a loss to Borough. Going to be was always going to be a very difficult challenge, this game compared to Burnley. And for the first time this season, I've actually heard commentators giving Blues some praise. Both Blues and Blackburn played very high pace in the first half. Blues actually looked the earlier to score, with Chong hitting the post very, very early on. Showed some great signs of promise. Good long ball up to Chong. Great footwork to slither away from a challenge. Bacuna took a shot, went over the bar. 8th minute, Colin was brought down. Bacuna took a free kick. Blackburn clear. Only to Longelo, who crossed the ball back in, and ball went over for a goal kick. Once again, Travelling Blue Noses sound fantastic. Great to hear. Blackburn looked a little bit nervy for the first 15 minutes of the game, to be truthfully honest. We had a lot more possession than I thought we would. Getting a bit feisty after the first 20 minutes, but a lot of challenges coming in, a lot of tackles coming in from both sides that I thought would be fouls. Good discipline from Blues under some Blackburn pressure. Then out of the blue, 1-0 to Blackburn. Cross came in low, left-hand side. Gallagher just taps it in, past Ruddy. It doesn't seem like we're pressing Blackburn like we did against Burnley. We're giving them way too much of the ball. Chong was brought down just outside the Blackburn box by Travis. Very dangerous area, 20 minutes in. Both Longelo and Bacuna standing over the ball. Longelo took the shot. Ball got over the wall, but couldn't keep it down. Blackburn really seem to have players like Bacuna, Longelo and Chong on lock. They're marking them very well. Hall isn't getting into the game as much as we'd like. They seem to have completely nullified our wing backs. Several calls for a high boot against Bielik, but the ref just waved it away. Blackburn are pressing Blues the way we did against Burnley, when they're not giving us time on the ball. Hogan took a lovely shot from distance, got deflected for the Blues corner. Blackburn were getting more and more irate because the keeper wasn't giving fouls, wasn't giving free kicks, and then next thing I know, gave a free kick. Their marking of Chong and Longelo really are making it difficult for us to break through at the minute. And this is what I've wrote just before the second goal. Apart from the goal, there hasn't been much in the game, to be honest. Both teams have looked dangerous going forward. There's been a couple of decisions that some Blues players made I wish to have made differently, like a shot that Hogan took at close range, which the keeper saved, which I wish he'd have placed it in the corner, which we know Hogan can do. Blues really need to find the press they had against Burnley. I think we're missing the engine in the midfield that is Hannibal, and we're missing our target man Deeney quite a lot. I think Eustace is definitely going to have words at half-time, maybe make a change early in the second. Then Blackburn 2, Birmingham 0. Wharton just inside the box. Ball landed nicely from, I think it was a pass from Gallagher. It looked like a missed pass, but Wharton managed to collect it, moved it to his favoured left foot, hit it low and into the corner of Ruddy's goal. Blues players' shoulders have dropped. First thing I saw is Sanderson's head drop as soon as it happened. What annoys me the most about it is the stats at half-time. 46% possession to Blackburn, 54 to us. They've had 2 shots, we've had 7. We've had more passes, we've had more of the ball, but they're just a lot more clinical than us. And it's as we've said since the start of the season, being clinical is going to come back and bite us on the arse if we do not get over the line and we do not get in a little bit more quality up top. I know we've had a good run of games recently, and I'm not totally disheartened about it because, again, this is against Blackburn, who are a very good side. They've come into it with a lot of good. They've had a lot of good games recently. They've had good results. That's the word I'm looking for. Sorry, it's just completely escaped me then. But the thing is, I'm not totally disheartened. I just wish Blues could get the press back. I feel as if a lot of the game is being dictated by their midfield. We need to make our press work for us again. They're moving the ball very quickly. We're moving the ball well, but we're still making a lot of errors. We're trying to go down the left-hand side with Longelo, and it's completely clear that Blackburn have marked Chong, Bakuna, Longelo, and Hall. That as soon as the ball comes anywhere near him, you got two Blackburn lads on him. So there was one moment in the first half where Hall was in a headlock by the keeper and the ref didn't do anything. It's very difficult for me to point out who's been our best player so far, to be truthfully honest. If I had to put money on it, if I had to point to one of our players and say they've been the best for us so far, I would have to say Trusty again. But no, actually no, because even Trusty, he's not doing the runs he used to do. He's kind of getting halfway and then kind of like chickening out a little bit. I don't know what it is. They seem to be a little bit timid going forward. So no, I'm changing it from Trusty. I actually think it's going to have to be Chong because he has looked the brighter of all our players and he's tried to make things happen. And that shot, 1 inch to the left of that had gone in. But that's my end of the first half review. I'm going to sit down and watch the second half and I will do a video shortly after the final whistle. See you all shortly. What can I say? Second half has ended. Blackburn 2, Birmingham City 1. Exactly as I thought. Blues came out on the second half, absolutely pressing everything. Much better half this time. We really threw caution to the wind, and it was brilliant. Blackburn had a little bit at the start with Gallagher on a run on Sanderson, but Sanderson took one for the team, got a yellow card for his troubles. That was pretty much the only thing. I think that was pretty much the only thing that Blackburn did that half. The rest of it, Blues were just absolutely levelling them. Trusty made another great recovery challenge, forced the ball beyond for a Blackburn corner. Ball comes in, Hogan cleared for a Blackburn throw-in. Bakuna, another great slicing pass to Hogan through their defence. Keeper comes rushing out. Hogan takes a shot, but the ball but could not get the ball over the keeper. Blues were pressing so much better, higher, winning the ball higher, playing much better, faster, pushing the ball wider. Longelo pulled down on the left for a free kick. Chong takes a free kick. Bielik rising to meet it, but heads it wide. I said it, we were missing Deeney, we were missing Hannibal. I think those two completely would change the game. Ball landed to Bakuna inside the Blackburn box, took a shot. Again, the keeper denies the goal. That Blackburn keeper, I think Kaczynski really has earned his salt in this match. Ruddy made one save in the whole. It was a good shot from Hedges. Ruddy made one save, that was it. I think on a different day, given the chances that Blues have had, I think the scoreline would be different on a different day. I mean, Blues, we've had more possession. Look at the number of shots we've had. It was ridiculous what we've done today. Hannibal came on the 62nd minute for Bielik. I think it was Ryan Hedges went down at the same time, so it was a quick drinks break, and he came off for Phillips a minute later. And then as soon as Hannibal came on, it completely changed the game. I do not know what engine Hannibal is running on, but that man can run for days. He doesn't stop. Corner to Blues, coming from a great press from Carlan. Chong takes a backboard concede, a throw-in on the left. Blackburn were having a bit too much of an easy time defending at that point. We didn't seem aggressive enough. Then shortly it all changes. Good little spell from Blues. It felt if we could just get one, then this game would break wide open. Bakuna with a long-range drive. Keeper stops it, but gives away a corner. Great strike from Bakuna. It was swerving all over the place. It was beautiful. Great spell of possession for Blues. Looks like we're playing a lot quicker, wider. We're pressing, playing quicker, closing them down, not giving them chances to do anything, which is good. Blues players were getting ready. I thought it was for a single sub. I was wrong. It was 4 changes. Collan off for Graham, Dukey on for Harley Dean, Deeney on for George Hall, and Bellingham on for Chong. We moved to a 4 at the back of the 75th. Excuse me. I was going to sneeze there, but nothing came out. That's really interesting. There we go. Can't really argue with Eustace's decision to go balls to the wall in the final 15. The Blues look to move to a diamond formation with Bakuna at the back and Deeney playing just behind Hogan and Dukey. Long throw from Blues into the box from Graham. Blackburn clear it to Bakuna, who launches it in. Dukey headed it onto Hogan, blasts it into the net. 2-1 Blues, finally on the score sheet. We bloody deserve it. From that moment on, it was like the Blackburn players didn't even know what the fuck was going on? We were all over him. Hannibal took another corner, swings it in. Blackburn first with the header, lands to Longelo, who passed it back to Bacuna, who passed it to Deeney, who was in the box, had 3 players leaning on him. Nothing was done. It was too much of an ass to get in. Blackburn players started hitting the deck left, right, and centre, trying to waste time. Double change for Blackburn, 84th minute. Jack Vale came on. Not sure who came off of that one, but Gallagher came off due to injury with Dolan on. I don't know. Again, Hannibal, the guy, he's everywhere. He's on the right with a tackle. The ball comes crossed over, and he's there. He's already there chasing the ball down. The guy's mad. I love him. He's brilliant. They say don't fall in love with lone players, but it's a bit too late for that. Longelo with an early ball in. Juki with a diving header. Keeper had no right to save that, but unfortunately put it back for a corner. Again, ball comes in for the corner. Juki rises to meet it, but I think he jumped too early and the ball went over the bar. This was much like the Burnley game at this point. We're piling everything on Blackburn. 5 minutes of extra time to salvage. There was a handball from a Blackburn player. Looking at replay of it, it was a deliberate handball. He moved his arm in the way to stop Juki getting it, but the ref didn't give anything because this is Blues, and why would they give anything to us? Bacuna was absolutely hacked down by Vale. He didn't even have the ball. He was nowhere near the ball. Bacuna did everything he could not to smash him in the teeth. Blackburn had tried every trick in the book to break up Blues' rhythm and constant press. And they were taking their time with everything. Throw-ins, goal kicks, everything. They were just taking their time. Juki rolls the ball across the box. This was one of the last moments of the game. Graham with a shot, blocked, corner kick. Ruddy came up. Blackburn clear. Graham hits it, another one in. And Trusty with the header, ball goes out for a goal kick. Final whistle, 2-1 Blues. And as you can see, we weren't sitting on our laurels. We were really pushing them. And it's upsetting because, excuse me, I've got bloody hiccups now. I don't know where this will come from. It's upsetting. We're still 14th. You know, you can't argue it. Our run was going to end eventually. And it was going to end against one of these top 6 teams, let's be honest. But it's not like, I'll be honest, if you take those goals away, that match had a draw written all over it. Blackburn, yes, they scored 2 very good goals. They were very clinical. They only had I don't even know how many shots they had, actually, to be truthfully honest. They only had 5 shots in total, and they converted 2 of them. We've had 17, and if it wasn't for their keeper, if it wasn't for the fact that Chong hit the post early in the first, the scoreline could have been very, very different. What can I say? I'm disappointed with the loss. I'm disappointed we've lost the points. But it's as I've always said, Blues fans don't care if we lose as long as the team leave everything on the pitch, and that's what they did today. They really put their heart and soul into it. My man of the match, God, that's a bloody good question. I'd have to say, that's a really difficult one, to be truthfully honest with you. It's very difficult to point to who I would think my man of the match would be. Christian Bielik didn't seem on it as much today. He seemed a bit leggy, seemed a bit tired. I'm going to have to go for Bacuna. I think he played really well. I think at some parts of the match he seemed to kind of fade away. Then he just burst into life when Hannibal was on. Him and Hannibal, their link-up play was just immense. And I think we need to play more with Bacuna, Hannibal and Chong in the 3. It was nice to see Joe Bellingham get some minutes. He played really well in the 15 he was on. Deeney playing in more of a central attacking midfield role. He held the ball up well, great passing. It's Deeney, you know what you get from Deeney. But that's my thoughts on the game. Please let me know what you think in the description, in the comments down below. Please remember, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Keep right on, everyone. See you in the next one.